Hi everybody, it's Jill here with Mommyvignettes, and I'm excited to be back doing another video for you. I have a special guest here. This is Eliza. She's been in some of my other videos. She's going to help me out today. So I've had a lot of requests to do a video just with some suggestions how to prepare a child for a baby. So we have just been through this. We have a 4-month-old baby, and my daughter here is just over 3 years old. So I have some really good tips for you guys to help an older child or older children be prepared for their sibling that's about to arrive. So I'll just jump right in and let you guys know that the transition from having one child to 2 children for my daughter, for Eliza, she has been great. She has transitioned really well and adjusted to having a baby sister very well. So way better than what we were expecting. We were kind of expecting the worst. I think that's kind of a good way to go into it, is expecting the worst, and then if it goes better, that's great. But just some suggestions for you. Here's tip number 1. And tip number 1 is to talk about the baby a lot before they arrive, before they're born. So when we were pregnant with our baby, Eliza was almost 2.5. And so, we didn't know how much of it she would get. But once my belly started getting bigger, we started talking to her constantly about the baby that was going to be joining our family. And so my suggestion is to talk about the baby a lot. Talk about the things you're going to do with the baby, what's going to happen once the baby arrives, how you're going to need a lot of extra help. And we really emphasized for Eliza that she was going to be a big sister. And so that was kind of the big thing for her, that not only were we having a baby join the family, but that she was going to become a big sister. And that was a big, big, exciting thing for her. The other thing I would suggest is that if you know what you're going to name your baby, that you start calling your baby by their name in front of your children or your child. So I think I would attribute a lot of our success with transitioning our toddler to being a big sister to us calling our baby by her name. So we knew right away, once we knew it was a girl, that we were going to name our baby Abigail, and we were going to be calling her Abby a lot. So we started calling the baby Abby. And we would say, look, Abby's growing in mommy's belly. And every time we referred to the baby, we called her Abby. And I think once Abby was actually born, that really, really helped Eliza put a name to a face. So it no longer was just a baby or this thing. It was Abby, her little sister. So if you do know the name, I would suggest that you start calling the baby by their name with your children, so that they really kind of feel like when the baby arrives, they have a name to put to that baby. It's not just the baby that was growing in mom's belly. It's this person that has had a name for months.
Mom, Abby's sleeping.
Abby is sleeping. She's sleeping right now. Okay, my other tip right here, and this is the other thing I would really highly suggest, is kind of really build up your children to be big brothers and big sisters. So like I said, the whole pregnancy, we kept telling Eliza and getting her excited that she was going to be a big sister. And then the other thing I would really suggest that goes along with this is the day that your baby's born, you have a special gift for the older sibling. So this is something I was really excited to do. And we were really genuinely excited for Eliza to be a big sister. We had been waiting for a long time for her to become a big sister. She was almost 3 years old when baby sister was born. So some things that I had gotten, actually I'd gotten these way long ago before we were even pregnant with this baby. We were pregnant before her miscarriage. So we'd already had some gifts that we were planning on giving her. But we got her this big sister bear. It says, "I'm the big sister." And we got that we just got it off of Amazon. And it was maybe $12. I can't remember. It's been a couple years since I bought it. But we put this away. So this is one thing that we had for her. And another thing we had was this book. It's called I'm a Big Sister. There are lots of different kinds of big sister, big brother books you can get. Again, I got this off of Amazon used, but it's in great condition. So we had that for her. It talks about the responsibilities of a big sister. And then the last thing I did was I actually made her this shirt. You can see right here. And it was just a pink plain t-shirt that I got at a thrift store for like $1 or $2. And then I stenciled on the big sister, and that's just in paint, big sister. And I'm not sure if that is backwards on your screen. It probably is. Anyways, and then these little flowers right here are just appliques. They're just iron-on that I got for a couple bucks at like a Joann's. So we had this ready for Eliza to wear too. And what we did was we wrapped these presents up in fun wrapping paper. I put them in my hospital bag when we went to have the baby. And then when Eliza came to meet her baby sister, we had her open these presents. And we made it a big deal to her that she was a big sister, and that the day her little sister was born was the day she became a big sister. And that really was great. She really loved that. Another suggestion is when the baby is actually born, that you let your toddler or your older children help out. So obviously Eliza's too little to do a lot of things with the baby, and everything she does is under close supervision. Here, sit on my lap. But she has been a great help, and I always try to let Eliza help out and kind of be my aid with baby sister. So she gets to help me change the baby's diaper. She helps me to get a wipe out of the wipes case for the baby. She helps me throw the dirty diapers in the diaper pail. She really likes doing that. If I'm feeding the baby and I need a burp cloth, Eliza is my go-to person to go get me a burp cloth. So she loves doing things like that and helping me out. Or if I ask her to get me a binky for the baby, or bring me an outfit, or just anything, and she'll play with her and help me out that way. So helping the older child feel more involved with the care of the baby will help, because you are spending a lot of time with the new baby, and you don't want your child to feel left out. My last tip is to spend time with your other child. So again, when you have a newborn, you're spending a lot of time with your newborn. Come here, come sit here and come hold your big sister bear. You are spending a lot of time with your newborn, and it's hard to devote a lot of time to your other child or your other children. So one thing we have tried to do is not try to exclude Eliza, but if we're doing things with the baby, try to include her in that, and not telling her if she wants to do something with us, like, hey, will you do this puzzle with me or play blocks? We tried really hard not to say, no, I can't do that, or no, we're busy with the baby, because we didn't want her to have a negative attitude towards the baby that we were spending all the time with instead of her. So we tried to include her as much as possible with the care of the baby. And also, just if we couldn't do something right then with her, we would say, yes, I'd love to play with you as soon as the baby takes her nap, or I'd love to play with you as soon as the baby's fed. Things like that. Or one of us would try to take turns, doing things with our toddler while the other cared for the baby. And then the other thing we've really tried to with bedtime is, a lot of times I'm obviously feeding the baby when Eliza's trying to go to bed, but we've tried to kind of switch off. And if I'm busy with the baby when it's bedtime for Eliza, then her dad will put her down, and then I'll go in and spend a few minutes with Eliza and either read another story with her, or sing a song, or just kind of snuggle for a few minutes, so that I am involved with her bedtime routine, and it's not just, mommy's not there anymore. So those are some of our tips and the things that we've done that have really helped transition Eliza into having a younger sibling that we've been taking care of. So she has done great. We haven't had any really signs of, any huge tantrums out of the ordinary. She hasn't really been acting jealous, anything like that. She hasn't had any negative feelings towards Abigail, our baby. So she's really been great in that regard. So if you guys have suggestions, things that you have done that have really helped transition your children to having a new baby in the home, I would love to hear that. As always, I welcome your suggestions for other videos. So thanks, you guys. Have a great day. Bye.